Welcome to S.O.S. Media, your number one source of the latest news, opinions, and in-depth investigations that dig deeper into today's developing stories around the globe. We are all probably aware that R. Kelly is currently serving his prison sentences from the Federal Correctional Institute Butner Medium 1, which is part of the Butner Federal Correctional Complex, a United States federal prison complex for men in Granville County, North Carolina. It is run by the Federal Bureau of Prisons, which is a division of the United States Department of Justice. R. Kelly has been held at this facility since April 19, 2023. His release date from the facility is recorded as unknown. Generally, both family members and friends can visit inmates in this facility. Immediate family members are almost automatically approved for jail inmate visitation. While not automatically approved, other relatives and up to 10 friends, members of religious or civic groups, clergy, employers, sponsors, parole advisors, and attorneys may also be approved for jail visitation. Visitors who are not part of the inmate's immediate family must first complete and submit a visitation application form and be approved and ultimately added to the inmate's visitation list. This form asks questions about the proposed visitor's relationship to the inmate and about the visitor's criminal history, if any. S.O.S. Media has had an opportunity of interacting with a recent R. Kelly visitor, and we now have a good insight of what R. Kelly's status and current concerns are today. We are also aware that R. Kelly is currently in an appeal process for the New York case, which is under the Second Circuit, and then that of the second case in the Northern District of Illinois, Chicago, under the Seventh Circuit. R. Kelly is very optimistic that justice is likely to prevail this time around. His next filing day for debrief in Illinois is scheduled for the 3rd of July 2023, and that is approximately in 2 weeks' time from today. R. Kelly's New York brief was submitted by his lead attorney Jennifer Bonjean, and all that is in the waiting is for the federal state to provide a reply to the brief. The federal government has up to the 19th of July 2023 to reply. R. Kelly is also still very concerned about circumstances surrounding his email that was exposed to the vlogger Tasha K and the Bureau of Prisons officer who is in charge. In one 39-minute video from 2019, Tasha K admitted that she was receiving top-secret information about R. Kelly. "Yeah, there's a phone tap somewhere and I'm not gonna tell you where it's at," she bragged. "I have the plug and I'm not gonna tell you where I got the information from, but just listen to the damn information, okay?" She questioned. We should remember that a federal search warrant unsealed in Chicago showed that federal agents had seized a laptop from a United States Bureau of Prisons officer, who was suspected of unlawfully gaining access to R. Kelly's recorded phone calls, emails, visitor logs and other restricted information, including his financial details during his stay at the Metropolitan Correctional Center on West Van Buren Street. The female officer, who at the time worked as a disciplinary hearing officer at a federal prison in Wisconsin, accessed R. Kelly's records more than 150 times in a 6-month period in 2019, even though the officer was not assigned to the MCC, and had no known official reason for doing that. The officer also emailed herself a 12-page scan of R. Kelly's jail records, according to an affidavit from an investigator with the U.S. Justice Department's Inspector General's office. During that time, the officer also accessed and printed out Kelly's visitor logs and payments made into and out of his commissary account, which included the names of people sending money to R. Kelly while he was in jail, according to the warrant. The officer retired in December 2019 but has not been charged, and this is troubling R. Kelly so much. R. Kelly emphasizes that his struggle to attain justice, especially as far as this officer is concerned, is not only about him but rather all of us, and he has accepted to be used as a vessel that is helping us to exactly find out what is happening in the justice system. I believe we also now can't just sit back and let this stuff happen to us, our brothers and sisters. R. Kelly wants his voice to create awareness out there about what is happening in the United States justice system. It is evident that the law was broken and there is a need for answers. During this visit, R. Kelly re-echoed his earlier stand that he did not take a plea in the New York case because he knew he was innocent about the charges. "We were all shocked that he was charged with a one-man RICO. For sure, one man cannot be charged with a RICO, and R. Kelly is still very uncomfortable with that unfair development." Another issue that R. Kelly brought up was his concern about those who write to him and Bonjean about non-issues, unrealistic and childish communications. He however is pleased when they write to him but would like people to write to him about things that will help make him better as far as his psychological state, appeal process and health are concerned. R. Kelly is visibly still struggling with his health and he was actually walking with the help of his cane. His ankle is still swollen and he is still taking his medicines. He says that the individual care isn't much better either. R. Kelly passionately requested his visitor to deliver his message of love to all his fans and supporters. He unrelentingly wants them to know that he loves them so much. Currently R. Kelly is still doing his probation at the facility and as such has not yet had access to using the facility email system for communication, but can receive and send facility verified postal mail. Visitations are also available to him though they must be within the facility guidelines. R. Kelly together with his legal team put forth multiple arguments for why he believes that his convictions should be overturned, ranging from a potentially biased jury to claims he got involved with the underaged. R. Kelly's legal team also claimed at least 4 of the jurors revealed they prejudged his guilt before officially submitting their verdict. His legal team alleges that at least 2 of the jurors watched the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries, the intense 2019 documentary which gave false voice to his accusers. His lawyers argue those individuals should never have been placed on the jury. His lawyers also took issue with evidence that was allowed to be seen by the jurors, arguing what ended up making it into court damaged his ability to receive a fair trial. R. Kelly also took issue with the presence of his former employees and associates who were brought in to testify. He alleges they falsely testified to topics they didn't have a true grasp of and were not privy to as his employees. R. Kelly is seeking to have the appeals court overturn and reverse his convictions or order for a new trial. The appeal was filed by his attorney Jennifer Bonjean, who believes the government did not meet its burden of proof in court, even though a jury found him guilty on all counts. R. Kelly was convicted of the charges in September 2021 following a nearly 6-week trial. We the supporters of R. Kelly should stay optimistic and focused as we await the nearing appeal proceedings. We pray that justice prevails in these appeals because all that we are waiting for is to see R. Kelly receive his deserved and long-awaited freedom. We have come a long way supporting R. Kelly not only because we doubted the accusations in the very beginning but also because for each passing day, there is an indication that all that was alleged against him was not right. Ever since Bonjean took over the R. Kelly cases, a lot of misinformation, misinterpretations of the law, injustices and lies from the alleged victims and the secret conspiracies against him have been unearthed. We are now getting into the appeal process with a lot of valid evidence and proof against all the initial fabrications by the state prosecutors. Though medically unwell, we still believe R. Kelly is much stronger and ready than ever before to expose the conspiracies initiated and organized by the forces trying to bring him down. We as usual remain optimistic that the appeal process will be fair and just. We have waited for so long and it's time R. Kelly gets back his deserved freedom to rejoin his family and to do for us what he does best, give us more of his music. Thank you for watching today's video brought to you by S.O.S. Media. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our videos. Also remember to leave your comment about today's topic in the comment section below.